Yo guys, welcome back to another podcast episode. Thank you for tuning in. Today we are talking about 5 reasons why you need. This is a necessity. This is non-negotiable. All right. 5 reasons why you need to practice nofap in 2022. Currently, what month are we in? We're in April. I think it was March. I did nofap for 30 days. Got another 30 days under my belt. And do you know what? Just as a little intro, I think one thing I realized that made nofap easier is actually not counting the days. And the reason why I say I did 30 days, because like obviously I'm not counting the days like one by one like how I used to. Like I literally used to tally the days on my whiteboard, like day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, and literally within about 4 days I'd relapse or like within a week I'd relapse. And I realized like when you make nofap a part of your lifestyle instead of something that you're doing, it actually becomes a lot easier. But obviously like your mind will be able to gauge how long you've gone. Like, do you see what I'm saying? Like after about a week you'll be like, oh, I haven't I haven't relapsed for a while, I haven't beat my meat, I ain't you know what I'm saying, I haven't beat my meat for a while. Feels like, how many days has it been? It's probably been about probably about 6 days, 7 days maybe. Do you see what I'm saying? So yeah, just something that will like help you guys with nofap is make it a part of your lifestyle. Like it's not something that you're doing. Of course, if you are just starting out on this nofap lifestyle, it's gonna be tough for you. It's gonna be, no pun intended, it's gonna be hard for you. No homo. But this is why we are here. You see what I'm saying? This is why us, in the men's lifestyle red pill space, this is what we talk about. I've made countless of other podcasts on this, but here we go again. You see what I'm saying? Because it's something that we need to talk about. It needs to be done and needs to be reiterated. So number one reason why you need to start practicing nofap, if you haven't started already at all, or in 2022, is nofap or fapping. It kills your motivation, because what's happening, you're constantly releasing that testosterone, right? Your testosterone as a man, it's literally that chemical which makes you as a man who you are. You see what I'm trying to say? It is something that, this is the thing, right? That when you wake up, it's giving you the motivation to go and do something that day, to go to work, right? To go to the gym, to go and talk to a girl, that cute checkout girl that you see at your local store, right? It gives you the motivation to live, bro, to do something with your life on a daily basis, or whether it's even just to do stuff around your damn house. You know what I mean? Do your chores, just do something. And so when you're constantly doing it, right, every day, even once a day, right? Some people be doing it twice a day, 3 times a day, every day, bro. Like, it's no wonder you have no energy to do anything. It's no wonder why, like, when you wake up, it's just like, do you know what I mean? It's almost like everything is a struggle to do. You're just like tired all the time, or you're just not feeling like ready to go and attack the day, because bro, your energy is going, like you're depleting yourself of your energy, of your natural energy as a man. And just as a side note, right, obviously we're not relying on motivation, right? We're not relying on motivation, because really motivation is the thing, it's like the pre-workout, right, that gets you going in the right direction, but then you also need to stay disciplined. But if now you're not even getting motivated to be disciplined, you're not even going to reach that disciplined state, because you can't even not touch yourself. You can't even practice enough self-control to not fap. So that's reason number 1. Fapping kills your motivation, guys. Number 2, it also leads to depression. It's no secret that, and it's almost not a surprise as well, that because you're not having enough energy in the morning, especially to go and attack the day, you're taking like an hour or however many hours to get out of bed, right? Because you don't have energy, you're not sleeping good, naturally you're gonna feel a bit down. You're gonna feel more like, do you know what I mean? Like what am I doing with my life? Because that's another thing about fapping, like that post-nut clarity, you just realize what you did and you're like, oh shit, man. You literally feel like crap. You feel like shit after. A lot of guys can attest to this. After you've busted that nut on yourself, now you're just sitting there with your dick in your hand and you're just like, oh shit, man. You know what I mean? You feel crap, because it's like you've just gotten that dopamine without actually doing anything, without actually working for it. Dopamine is released in many different forms. It's that happy hormone, right? And it usually is released when you have worked for something and now you're getting the reward. You can also get it when, you're around people, you're having stimulating conversations, etc. Like there's tons of research on this. But the reason why, pornography and fapping is so dangerous is because it's almost like you're tricking your brain into thinking you're working for something something when really you're not. You're just sitting there beating your meat and you're getting the reward for it. That's one of the reasons why you feel so shit. And then, you know, you wake up, you're struggling to go to the gym, struggling to, you know, eat right and stuff. Of course, you're going to start being depressed. You see what I'm saying? So, guys, you want to avoid this like a parasite. For me, that's probably the biggest reason. I can't remember if I have done a story on this before my podcast. I'm not sure, but you know, one of the things I used to go through, you know, a while back was depression. This is one of the things as a result that you do because you're depressed, because you feel like you're working for it, or you feel like you're trying to fill some kind of like emotional void, and it doesn't feel that void. It just you're just going deeper and deeper, you know, into that hole. So that is reason number 2, guys. Number 3, fapping kills your interactions with real women, right? It's better to always know game, have game, better to be able to know how to talk to a woman in real life, you know what I'm saying? Know how to kind of be that seductive, masculine type of guy, you know, with self-control. Just knowing how to navigate yourself in those interactions. You know, a lot of the time, like, you can't even look a woman in the eye because you're too busy staring at her tits or staring at her ass or staring at her curves or whatever, when you should be, bro, you should be interacting with her. You see what I'm saying? Getting to know her properly, looking at her in the eye and stuff. But because you've been fapping to pornography, like, your view of how women are is becoming so skewed as well. It's becoming tainted, you know what I mean? And women can feel, remember, women are very intuitive, way more intuitive than us. They can tell when something is off. They can tell when you're not really who you say you are, and you're not really like that confident guy, and you're kind of putting on the front a little bit. And this is killing your interactions with them. You know, you're better stuttering, wondering how this is gonna go and stuff. Like, guys, it's gonna kill your game. You see what I'm saying? So that is reason number 3 to practice nofap in 2022. All right, guys, reason number 4 as to why you need to practice nofap in 2022 is because fapping leads to premature ejaculation and or erectile dysfunction. Now, guys, a lot of guys have been there, right? And this can start early and it can, you know, happen later. And if you don't deal with this as soon as possible, if you don't start doing things to rewire your brain and just rewire your system, these are some of the problems that can occur. Guys busting within under a minute, you know, not even that, even under 30 seconds of penetration. That's not supposed to happen. Like, realistically, I know people, like, in society, we laugh about it, but guys, this is something that a lot of guys actually, you know, are insecure about, and they really hate it, you know, and they're annoyed at themselves about it because they wonder why, you know, why is it not working? Why is it not going up? And then why is it when I actually do enter in now, it's just, I can't even enjoy the experience fully, you know what I mean? And one of those reasons is you are fapping way too much. In my opinion, you know, obviously the body does need to release, and, you know, a lot of people within this space say, you know, it's best to fap once every 2 weeks or whatever. Personally, I think you shouldn't be fapping at all. It's much better to actually have real sex with a real woman, like the actual experience, right? But I digress. These 2 things here, thankfully, there are pills out there and there are supplements which you can use as well to reverse, you know, these things, premature ejaculation and erectile dysfunction. You know, there are things that can help you, but one thing that can definitely help you, you know, and obviously it will take a bit longer, but it is practicing nofap. So that is one of the reasons why you are finishing so early, so quickly, and why for some of you it's not even going up. You see what I'm saying? So make sure that you do practice nofap and you start reversing. It starts because it's in the mind. You know, you're anxious, and subconsciously you're anxious about performing well, about doing well, etc. But if you're constantly fapping right throughout the week, fapping day in and day out, like, and then you actually get with a real woman now, like, it's no wonder that you're finishing quick. So make sure that you are practicing nofap in order to reverse this. And number 5, last and final reason as why guys need to practice nofap in 2022 is because fapping is a number 1 man's time waster. Guys, I don't know, like, look, let's be real now. When you fap, especially to pornography, right, it's not just one video, right? Like, most of the time you're scrolling between like 5 to, I don't know, 10 different tabs of videos. You're looking for the right video, for one, to get you off, you know, to get you started, and then you're actually doing it now, and you're stopping and you're kind of edging, and then you're going again. Bro, you could be there 2 hours, maybe even 3 hours, God knows how long, right? Or even an hour, or even half an hour, yeah? Bro, even 15 minutes of fapping, in that time you could have done something. You could have been in the gym, you could have read a book, you could have done something that can further you in your work, in your business, you could have studied, for uni, something, just something that is a bit more productive than fapping and sitting there and busting all over yourself. You feel what I'm saying? So, and time is one thing that none of us are getting back. None of us are getting that back. Like, literally, once it's gone, it's gone. This second, this minute that you just listened to, it's gone now. You can't get it back. And so, guys, that's probably the biggest reason out of all of them. And I know, it's tough. I'm not saying it's easy because, bro, if you've been fapping for however long, like 10 plus years, it's not an easy habit to, get rid of, but you can do it if you just focus and you embrace that delayed gratification. Really, that's what life is about. Any type of success, has been achieved because of focus and delayed gratification. And that's what you need to start getting used to, because that's what nofap really is about. You're getting used to delaying that gratification, because in life, your ambitions, your goals, your dreams, they're not going to come easy. They're not. And then it's not going to come quickly, no pun intended. So those are the 5 reasons why you guys need to practice nofap in 2022. Number 1, because fapping kills your motivation. It's constantly depleting you of your energy, testosterone. Number 2, it leads to depression. Number 3, it kills your interactions with real women, like when you're actually out socializing, in the club, or you're at a bar or something, or even just, out and about during the day. It's always better to have game, to learn game, find your own game as well, and understand how to flirt with them, and actually, be that masculine, self-controlled guy. Number 4, obviously fapping leads to premature ejaculation and or erectile dysfunction, which I know you guys don't want to experience. Some of you have experienced already, and it's a shit feeling. It is. One way to reverse that is to practice nofap. Number 5, it's your number 1 time waster, and that is something that you never get back: time. So thank you guys for listening to this podcast, and I'll see you guys next time.